Coming up in today's episode of Inspire to Inspire.
Don't be afraid to start and don't be afraid to change. I'm highly skilled in something and it's quite unique.
Yeah.
It's already niched. I niched further within that by teaching adults who are not beginners, so amateur adults. The first one is find what people want
Yeah.
and give them that. So, even if that's in the form of a freebie to start with. This is my 10th year using Kajabi.
10th year using Kajabi.
Kajabi as a platform.
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
Mr. M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
He just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.
Hi everybody, this is your guy again, Mr. M. Dango, and I am here with one of my friends that I just met right here at Kajabi Hero, Jane, and welcome again to Inspire Show. Today, I want you to buckle up because it's gonna be an amazing conversation again that we are going to be having. Jane, how are you?
Hello.
Are you good?
I'm good. Isn't this conference wonderful?
You know what? This is just day one, like four more day one.
Yeah.
But I can say it is worth the entire ticket and more and more and more. Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit of what you do?
So I don't have an elevator pitch because I never meet my customers at a conference. So all I say is I teach the flute, as in this instrument. So I teach the flute online. I have a flute membership called the Flute Academy. My name is Jane Kavanagh, and my flute membership is all about learning proper flute technique. So it's not about learning Disney songs. It's not about being a beginner. It's for adults who used to play when they were a kid, and then they came back to it as an older adult. I was just looking at the ages, oh my God, of my membership. The main age is in their 60s. The second most popular decade is in their 70s.
Oh, wow.
And then 50s.
So you use this instrument and you just train them how to actually play it only, or you also get like some life lessons out of that?
So I actually don't do anything live. I don't do Zoom lessons. I don't do live lessons. We do one live thing a month, which is an online concert. So we all get together and one person at a time on Zoom. It's basically a Zoom meeting.
Wow.
Yeah, which is great. But there's not live one-on-one lessons. That's what I'm moving away from.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
This is my 10th year using Kajabi.
Using Kajabi.
Kajabi as a platform.
Like,
it's the third year of the membership. And then before that, for a few years, there were courses as well.
well, so you have been doing this way before the 10th year of starting to actually use Kajabi, like way before 10 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, teaching forever.
Teaching forever. So, okay. One thing that really fascinates me is that there are so many things that are out there that people could be like, can I really monetize this? Can I really monetize that? And there you are, over, I can say 15 years, you are just teaching people to do one thing. It is to play the flute. And you just flew all the way from Australia and you time traveled all the way to Los Angeles. Yes. Doing that one thing.
Yeah.
Why? Why that one thing? Couldn't you do any other thing again? Like, why are you just doing that one thing?
It's a really good question with a really simple answer. It's because it's the only thing I can do well.
Wow.
Actually, no, it's more than that. It's more like I'm highly skilled in something. It's quite unique.
Yeah.
It's already niched. I niched further within that by teaching adults who are not beginners, so amateur adults. So it's my skill. Like, it's a no-brainer for me to choose that.
So would you think that it is an advantage to also focus on that one thing?
Yeah, I think so, because I'm already more experienced than a lot of people in the world at that. So I may as well leverage what I'm already good at.
Oh, wow. So, let's talk about online businesses, as a whole, right? Like to some of our entrepreneurs that are actually watching or that are actually listening as well. Um, as they are still starting, there are so many things that may overwhelm people, especially in today's world where everything online it is like it's so imaginative. I don't know, it's just like next level. So when you want to get in to actually start your own online business, you'll be like, oh my goodness, how am I going to compete with Jen? How am I going to compete with Munya? How am I going to compete with all all these other groups? What can you say to somebody out there who is like, you know what, I really want to do this, but oh my goodness, I'm so scared, or I have no idea if I'm going to be relevant?
Yeah, I do have 2 pieces of advice. The first one is find what people want
Yeah.
and give them that. So, even if that's in the form of a freebie to start with. So this is the first thing. For example, I looked when I was choosing my freebie, I looked at all the emails I was getting, the questions from people, and overwhelmingly it was, how do I fix a fluffy sound on the flute? So that became my freebie, and it still is. So that freebie is about 6 or 7 years old, and it's still going strong.
Oh, wow.
It's a 3-day mini course or 3 short videos. So that's the first piece of advice, is find something that people want. And the second piece of advice is, before I did that freebie, I thought I was going to be teaching flute teachers how to teach, as in business to business, because that seems smart, right? Teach people where it's a tax deduction, where they're already making money from it. It's a niche. I thought this was so smart. So I went down that path, and then I went, oh my God, people are not flute teachers that are emailing me. They're flute players. So I went, great. You're going to teach beginners. No brainer. Teach beginners. So many people that want to play the flute.
Yeah.
95% of the questions I was getting was from people who already played the flute. So the second piece of advice is, don't be afraid to start, and don't be afraid to change.
Oh, that's such a good question. Well, I mean, that's such a great point. And I'm actually gonna sandwich it with, as you are driving, well, you may actually drive for like 3,000 miles, or for example, from Los Angeles all the way to Washington, D.C., you could actually drive. But the moment you start your car, even let's say it is at night, you only see so far. You only see like few yards or whatever, like in front of you, until you get there, and then it keep on open and open and open and open and open. Like for example, if you had actually asked me, let's say 3 or 4 years ago, like, Munya, what are you exactly doing? Well, I could have tell you this long, fluffy, nice sandwich answer, but to be quite frank, I had no idea what I was doing. Well, I was just getting by each and every day. So is to today. So there are so many things that we are testing each and every day that I still have no idea, like, what am I doing, or how the hell am I doing that, or what. But but what matters is that you are keeping on going. You start somewhere, and then you just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, I think there's power in keeping on going, like doing the same
The
thing.
momentum.
Yeah, you just keep that the momentum as well. And then also, if you see that, well, I don't think I am still saving my clients, or I don't think I'm still saving my audience, you can like pivot and actually address the need of
Yeah.
that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you have done that. You have done that exceptionally. That is so well. So, what are some of the challenges that you have been facing actually in growing this entire business?
Yes. The current one,
Oh, current one.
my current challenge,
Interesting.
well, more like a realization of, why am I so busy with so much work to do? What am I doing wrong? Why am I so busy? And I've realized that I need to take myself out of the membership a little bit more, because there were so many, and I know that sounds illogical, right? Because you need to be in the membership. I have so many courses, step-by-step courses, automations, I am in the membership, as in recordings of me, but I feel like I'm not in it. So I keep feeling like I need to be in there more because I'm not feeling what they're experiencing.
Why
Like
is
someone messages me
that? Oh.
and they think they know me because they are seeing me in the membership, even though I don't feel like I'm in it. So that's really, it's a little bit of a niche kind of thing to fix. But at the moment, it's managing my own overwhelm and realizing that automation is powerful. Recordings are powerful. So that when you have a course in there, there's the 45-day flute transformation, 45 lessons, among other courses. People are seeing me and they feel like they know me and they feel like they get to know me. And that counts as me being in there. And I have to keep reminding myself that to stop myself from burning out and trying to answer all the questions and do lives and that's my code.
Oh, wow. You just mentioned something about burning out. How often do you burn out?
Too often.
Too often? Why?
And every time it's like, never again. I'm never going to let this happen again. But I do get better each time working out how to manage it and not trying to not let it happen again.
Well, it especially after such a great conference like this one, and then you get home, you start grinding, you start doing you start like to apply almost everything that we have been taught here, and then sometimes it becomes like a little bit cloudy or a little bit overwhelmed. So how do you normally pull yourself back?
Yeah,
And
that's a great question.
Yeah.
So I think it really comes down to, depending on type of person that you are, you might think that you need to be doing all the things, being on every channel, because you see a talk on YouTube or TikTok, you're like, actually,
I want to go there.
Actually, not only do I want to go here, but it's a really good idea. It is genuinely a good idea to do TikTok.
Yeah.
And then you see the next one. It is genuinely a good idea to do YouTube. It is genuinely a good idea to start this and do that. But you can't do everything. And so even though they're good ideas, what I've worked out you have to focus on is the really good ideas that hopefully have shown that they work. And also the things that I do easily and well and naturally, and I want to keep doing it because it means that your business will be sustainable. So managing the overwhelm, work out what not to do.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Managing the overwhelm. This is one of the things that I just recently learned and actually mastered, because I used to be overwhelmed. Like, you know what? If you tell me an idea of what you need to do, trust me, my mind will be operating at 5 million times, 1,000 miles a second. It'll be going on the drawing all the I think you should do it this way, you should do it that way, but then right now I'll be like, okay, I hear you. Calm down. Here is what we're gonna start. We will start here and move forward and move forward. And also, like, especially with all these social media and all these other things, or to just find that one platform you really enjoy and do whatever you actually enjoy there. For examples, on my Instagram, I do business only. On my TikTok, well, I do politics. On my TikTok, I'll have politics. So that's like the only place I can go and be truly me on that. On my Twitter, well, I live my life there on Twitter. I do whatever that I do on Twitter. So business, it's mostly IG and Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitter and TikTok, well, those are my fun platforms. And even if you actually go into it is my full name, Munyarazi Dongo, not at Mr. M Dongo. So that's how I'm actually managing that as well.
So you walk the walk.
I walk the walk.
That's amazing.
Yeah, well, because I like, you know what? Yeah, everywhere it is business. And at some point, I may lose myself in that because I'll be like, okay, I don't know who me is anymore because I'm just doing business. But I also need to live life as well. So, but I cannot mix these two things, you know. So I'll be like, okay, business, Instagram, and Facebook. TikTok and Twitter, that's where I live my life. Lovely.
That's great. I like that segregation.
Yeah. Well, it works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works for me. So, so if you are somebody who is actually starting or somebody who is looking to actually start your own online business, well, find that thing that works for you. Here, she is teaching a flute, and you may actually hear that at first she wanted to teach teachers, but then other different people kept on coming to her, and then she literally had to pivot to such and able to serve that kind of audience. So is me. At first, I wanted to actually help network marketers so that they can be able to start their own network marketing business. But then, as I was going to be like, I really don't like this thing. What I love is helping people start their own businesses from within, from their story, their skills, and their experience. Because we already have a story that is worth telling. You already have a skill that is worth sharing. And you already have an experience that is worth sharing as well. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go there. So if you knew me 8 years back, you know a different Munya. If you know a Munya 4 years back, it's another different Munya. So if you start right now, just keep on going and go and become better. Thank you so much for joining me, Jen. It was lovely chatting with you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, if we have time.
Yes.
What are some of the unusual niches that you've heard from this?
Oh,
market?
yeah.
You wouldn't expect someone can make money from.
I have one client of mine who is in South Africa. She's a laughter coach. So she helps people to overcome their trauma and heal themselves through laughing. So you just go there and then she'll be like, you know what? Imagine you are a dove and you are trying to land on a branch in a very little tiny tree. And then the moment you land there, oh my goodness, you notice that this branch is actually broken. I mean, it's actually dry, and then it just got broken. And then you just laugh yourself. That's all. And she's making millions of rands doing that. I'm like, how are you doing that? I'm like, okay, this is crazy. The other funny niche again that I got. Oh, which one is that? I don't know. I can't remember from top of my head, but I'll tell you a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, but this one was oh yeah, the other one was how to invite birds like birds. So how do you just help those wild birds, and how do you invite them in your environment? So somebody was teaching people how to actually set up that bird cage outside,
Yeah.
and what type of food, how often you might change the water. Really? So do we have people who are doing this?
A bird whisperer.
Oh, like this is good. This is good. So literally, you can monetize anything online.
True.
You can monetize anything. We have people who teach people how to actually swim. I'm like, okay, so you teach me how to swim online, and then but there's no a swimming pool. What if you got the swimming pool? I'm like, really, guys, this is crazy.
This is amazing.
It's crazy.
There's someone here teaching ballet online.
Oh wow.
Very successful.
Wow.
Yeah.
But ballet, I think it is teachable online.
There too.
Yeah, and
The flute, physical skill. Yeah.
so guys, you can teach literally anything online. I love this. I don't know how did they do this. If you're out there, you know how to do this, teach people how to do that. That's your skill. You teach people how to do this. You know,
Yeah.
if you know how to actually bake, you teach people how to actually bake. If these 3 things of how to start your online business from your story, from your skill, and your experience. Your skill was playing flute, and you were actually experienced in that, in playing flute. So you know if the flute is bad, if it is broken, if it is whatever. So that is your skill.
Yeah.
And then you literally have a story that you always put there. That's you can actually create a business just telling that story as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it is really good. No, I just love this conversation. It's really good. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do join us on our next episode. Good luck and take care. Bye-bye.
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
He just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.